kind of cool. Alrighty, swap out some cables because my headset is dying. Yay! I don't use it very often, so I don't keep it heavily charged. One more person to message. I guess while we're waiting, I can go ahead and queue up, see if that will quicken. Actually, I'll wait. There's one other person I need to... Alright, the peoples are notified. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you another live stream portion of Final Fantasy XIV. This should be part 47, I believe. If my numbers are correct, I still need to check on that. So we're gonna go ahead and prime the dragon's neck. If y'all remember from last time, that's where I left off. Oh! Wow, that was instantaneous. I didn't even get up out of my chair. I am supremely glad I waited until after I did my introduction. Well, anyone who wanted to watch this is gonna have to watch it in post. Let's do this! I don't even remember how I had Ultros' voice. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the dragon's neck. If all members of a team fall from the platform... Oh, I couldn't see it. Saying it too fast. You guys can pause it and read it. What did they say? I'll take ulti. Ah! Megavolt. Basically, if you fall off the platform, you get stunned. If everyone falls off the platform or is dead, it automatically ends in a wipe. Basically, you just gotta knock out both these two guys, and it's game over. We're dead. I'll be doing this one later on to get like Aqualung and a few other spells. And for all y'all that have played Final Fantasy games, yeah, this is some nostalgic music. Uh-oh. Is it, Oh shit, it was that one. Oh, I got back on. I got back onto the area. Okay, so if you're quick enough, you can hop back on the platform. Now, I wonder, does that also count for, thingamabobber? I'm gonna move you around a little bit. Yep. Yeah, that's this one. Woo! That's the other spell I need to learn. Positioning Ultros can be kind of a pain in the ass. Come on. Wow, this is an extra long portion. Okay. I wish I had my charge attack. Okay. I did it that time. Oh, Ultros is down. Yeah! Took him down in Chinatown. I couldn't read all that stuff because it's way too quickly. Yay! Ha ha ha! Yay. I'll go ahead and give you the mark since you're the last person. Ultros! Yay! I got an ulti. Yay. Yay, new pet. I got a few commendations actually. Sweet! I got the 3000 commendation mount not too long ago on my main, and unfortunately I was very underwhelmed. Good show, Hero. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. It should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Coliseum. Whoopsies! Wrong way. Ah, crap baskets. I need to pick up my, hunt. My weekly hunt. I'm gonna need those for the seals. There we go. Oh, wait, I thought that wasn't a mob per se. It was just a stalactite. No, stalagmite. Ground. Stalagmite. Stalactites are on the ceiling. I haven't seen my given mount in a little while. Oh, I thought that was an A rank popped or something. I see buildings like these in games and stuff, and I kind of want to do this in Minecraft, but then when I go to do it, it doesn't turn out right, and I get very frustrated. Then I end up quitting for a while. By the way, I am recording a personal Minecraft world that I will eventually maybe collab with. I don't know when I'm going to release that, though. Coliseum, so I guess we go to the Gladiators Guild. Yep. For all of those you don't know, today will be a pure run through Hildebrand. Unless I run out of content, then we'll go back to the main story. In about a week, I'm going to timestamp this. Is the Rising event, the 10-year anniversary, as well as the new Moogle Tombstone event. So I will be running that. I won't be doing it that Sunday. I'll probably be doing it the following Monday. Unless plans change. Here we go! I don't know how he made it. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won! Ooh, pardon me. Ooh, that was weak. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Fergus himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. Ha ha ha! It's a ring. I thought it was going to be a weapon. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. There he is. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. Oh, Greg. I think not, Hildegard. Greg, it is always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. He took his spear. Hero, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Vile thief, is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Uh-oh. Huh? Now it's raining truffles? But that battle's already... Mr. Typhon, just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Oh, that was hilarious. Uh-oh, there goes the ring. I'm slowly moving. Well, there goes Greg. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, this is hilarious. In Eorzean, this is running around in your small clothes. Uh-oh. That's very wrong. It looks so wrong. But of course, brilliant father. If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildebrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville. Skyward as only a Manderville can. Limit break. Epic form. Way too fast. So you missed. Father, you know not your own strength. Ah! Yeah, I think you cranked it up a little too high. Probably only needed a 7 or a 6, but unfortunately I went all the way to like 25. 997, 998, 999, or 90. Is it gonna explode? Ah! Oof. And... Enkidu. Blockbuster. Or Bunker Buster, whatever it's called. Bad angle. These legs, they look strangely familiar. And the ring's stolen. Ha! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing, this ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Till next time, friends, you have been the most attentive audience. That key! Bloody hells! Guards, see the fiend at once! Yeah, too late. Uh-oh. That's never good. Yeah, right. How's it going, buddy? You passed out. Oh, the guy's gone. Not a shoe. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Yeah. Sleepy, though? Oh, I'm sorry. Preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Uh-oh. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be too hasty, friends. I can explain. Oh, you stay up too late editing, buddy? I sold out my honor and joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure? What a fool I've been. Whatever was I thinking? Not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina, nothing more. Suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your untimely personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Oh, you were compiling. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. Shirking is an ability that tanks can use to get rid of threat. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this ring of inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. I'm trying to remember what it was. The Treaty Blade, Azema's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history. Or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Balladians. I remember how this one goes now. I'm not going to spoil it, though. Oh-ho! That is so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Balladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. Nope. Nah, she's asleep again. Who's gonna get the card to the head? That's a very big card, I think. Yep. Uh-oh. I saw a truffle falling. I don't think that your dive was good enough, bro. Yep. Uh-oh. And slap. Yeah, right. The Tempest sneeze. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. This is the thief's final challenge to us, but what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Balladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. Yeah, right. 4 sacred relics from Balladia, the Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day. If rumors are to be believed, it would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Like Robin Hood! Consider his targets thus far. An old Don collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul in the brass blades, and now a mining magnate in the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary old Dons would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself. Then it will be to his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yeah, right? Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Oh, there he is. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. Do 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 do. Nope, now we get the cutscene for the next part. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the Fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? I love the way they did the skits for these scenes. Key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well. See you next time. Yeah, right. I still haven't even finished the Hildebrand series of my main. I'm not, like, I think about halfway through the Heavensward portion. They still have stuff that is, like, current event. That's how you get your relic for the current generation. I have to catch up on that. Shades of Silda. I was wondering when you'd show up, hero. I hope you haven't made any plans for the day, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldan society. Mr. Manny Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril has been selling like punch cakes. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, hero? The hidden treasure of Ulda, was it? If there's anyone who could shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. The Sunsilk Tapestries! Alright, where's Sunsilk at? Probably over by the Aetherite Plaza. Yep. No. I don't think they have a Voldemort kind of simulacrum in this mythos. What's this one? Peace for oh, that's to unlock the tribals with the Amalja. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. Oh, Wymond. Well now, if it ain't my favorite venture, and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter along with them. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help two of my best mates, I'm afraid you found old Wyman at a loss. Although more than its fair share of treasures, hidden and otherwise, I reckon our phantom friend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in a right dither. Word has it, they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this very threat. The Sultan sworn aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, hero. I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. I just remembered what happened in this one. Holy crow. This one is like a crazy, like, wow factor at the end. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I am ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to the people. Come, hero. Time is of the essence. I just had an epiphany of how this ends, and wow. I just was like mind blown again. It's been years since I've done this. Alright, so I gotta go to the Scholar's Walk. I think that is by the Sultana. Probably where I go to get my Paladin quests. Ah, someone's got a ruby weapon pet in it. Poo-poo! I see poo-poo! Oh, I gotta go by the alchemy area. It's a little blue alien from Final Fantasy VIII, by the way. Alright, Sultan Sworn's over yonder way. Where are you at? There you are. Yeah, they put ruby, diamond, and emerald weapon in separate trials in this game. But now it's rubelite instead of ruby, and I forgot what the other two were called. Oh, they also have, I think, sapphires in as well. Halt, only authorized personnel are allowed in. Foul bugger me with a broadsword. Gentleman of Light's adventuring companion and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye. Oh well, but isn't the self-styled warrior of light? Tell me, what tall tales did you spin to the Sultan Sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing that gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me. To the depths of me soul-like. I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildebrand. The Sultan Sword were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigation, haven't you? Cor, why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I can do to help the mates who united me with my role model. I'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the Sworn's best and something of a history buff, it seemed. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Belladia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. Alrighty. Take care, buddy. You can watch it in post. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'll be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, eh? Sleep well, buddy. Maybe you can listen to my cave water droplets. Pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case, and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events. The pleasure's mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one hero, yes? Uh-huh. You know, hero. Any regular leader of the Mithril Eye would, or reader. I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. The LSD Inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. The Sultan Sworn, the elite of Uldah's elite. I can only hope that they prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, hero, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me and don't move an elm. Inspector, what's that in your... Demasking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counteragent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you were indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. Here it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultan's Sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? Hidden treasure of Ul'dah, the last of the 4 relics of Beladia? I fear not. I've poured through the histories time and again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference to in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Beladian heroes. It makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he fooled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play into the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Beladian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The Blackguard will be in chains before you can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasure within. You have our word, my lady. There are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan's Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vaults to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. Going on here is going to show his face. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust that is the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame that... Inspector Hildebrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I'll share all I know about the recent murders. Perfect timing, Hildy. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far, the head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Ho-ho, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a great sword? Strangled with a sublicar, mayhap? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Witcher reference? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, please, take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto. but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all of his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Hero, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 sins of Sasimo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis's demasking dust to good use. Alrighty. I think that's Western Thanalan? Yep. Oh, it's not time to get the grade 3 Thanalan soil yet. That would have been great. Speaking of soil, do I have any on me? I don't think I do. Flowers. Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist, who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, eh? Eh? I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy, you dare defile his memory, eh? Eh? 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I'm Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place, run away while you still can, run far, far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor, poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy, history. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Silda? Aye, Yulda's sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy draught brewed by a Silda alchemist, one with the power to turn the living into the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitor spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan sworn. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could do so much as pay me last respects. Traitor spurn. I'd heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildan, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildan knows how to know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildan died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did! Calls himself the phantom thief, he does, but did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Eh? Heard the tales from a young great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Balladia, the powers they hold. Power to exact justice. Spectre of Silda has returned to vengeance upon us. Woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd come to traitor like your father. If only you'd kept your nose out of those history books. You never so much breathed the accursed name of Silda. But you did, and now we're doomed. Brilliant exposition. That bleeding horse sun's here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen? Aye, that it was, for all of a fortnight, before my flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist a knife and an extra elm. Mountebank, charlatan! I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. Sibling strife. It's all becoming clear to me now. That dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward soul caught between the realm of the living and dead for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate this tortured soul, that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the spectre's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let's begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge of the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Silda might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briardian. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. I better follow him before he burns it down. Give me a second to swig. My throat's a little parched. Some of these voices, I slightly modulate a little bit depending. I can sometimes strain my voice. I don't talk much to begin with. Barring any issue with me getting stuck behind a queue, I should not have too much of a problem maybe completing this leg of Hildebrand. Excuse me, whoa, water broke. I don't think that's that one. Yep. Erasmus. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Silda. As a fellow student of history, though, I'm more than welcome to conversation. Bladian civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Ul'dah and Silda. But not unlike the two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. Fun. Ooh. Yayake. We'll play one triple triad. Triple triad, yes, very well then. But you shall have to earn your victory. Don't expect me to let you win. Chaos swapping the same. Ugh, you took one of my good cards. Why couldn't you take the weak card? Oh, it's in chaos too. I lost. We'll try one more time. The moment I get a win, it's done, whether I win the card or not. Swap out. You suck. At least you have to go first now. I'll take you. Haha! You can technically beat it, so I'll do this. Yay. I win. I've been defeated. This is quite the disappointment, but only by embracing death can one honor in life. There are things to be learned even from such bitter defeats. Thank you. Greetings, traveler. You would learn of the war between Ul'dah and the fallen Sultanate of Silda. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. Two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ul'dah emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ul'dah's superior numbers, Sil'dih alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. It sends shivers up the spine just thinking about it now. It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. The guild master I could talk to. Cool. Oh, I probably had to talk to the person outside too. Hero, don't surprise me like that. What's this? You're here not for your studies, but to learn of the bad blood between Ul'dah and Sil'dih? 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ul'dah, weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Sil'dih, weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the 2 nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Ul'dah prosperity was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sil'dih knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear. Riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does this say of the words writ within? Yes, truth could be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that in the war against Sil'dih, Ul'dah and Amalja warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not. Neither did I until I encountered a fated passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less inconvenient? But I have said enough already. That is true. The victor pens the truth. Quote-unquote truth. Researching the ancient feud between Ul'dah and Sil'dih, are you? Most impressive. Young people these days show so little interest in learning from the past. Anyhow, I'm pleased to say that I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still to the birth of their mother nation, Belladia. The 5th astral era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned and the great civilizations that commanded such powers flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the 6th umbral calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Belladia from some 8 centuries agone. Imagine a government of mages, by mages, and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not meant to be. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let's take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. I need to drink again. Oof, getting dry. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ul'dah and Sil'dih. 2 nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ul'dah's superior military might, Sil'dih employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to an unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is the descendant of doomed Sil'dih, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there's but one course of action. We must find the Sil'dih statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. Ugh. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig the statesman out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, It appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Silda. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. The Sildan connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Baladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had a most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me, of course. My keen investigator's senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're like to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him? Need a drink. Yeah. My sources identified the man as Gugaria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Let's do that. Give my voice a little bit of a rest. That is in Western. Nope, not going that way. That'd be a bad move. Bad mojo. Yes, if you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all-seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me, a thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. Thought I recognized that voice. Lady Gerilda! Well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair evening? Why, I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Briardian, this is an unexpected pleasure. You have some business with our associate here, pray tell? Gugaria, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But, Lady Gerilda, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prized pieces from Miss Dame's latest seasonal collection. You'd be able to procure one for me, yes, or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ladon myself? Ash Times, that was called. Say it just once more, Gugaria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. Even the stupid one. Alright, I'll tell you what I know. You didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. Thief's got himself some of the zombie dust. The traitor's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. Got me to thinking. Silda, 5 victims? Aye, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth. I'm not familiar with the name. Aye, few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about this old Silda conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. The Illuminati. False knowledge? Pray tell, what sort of knowledge might that be? False balls! Don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well, just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob! His name's Hob! When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship dock. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. Wait, Hob sounds familiar. Man, Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive they didn't even know each other's true identities. Now don't ask me how that all works, but Hob's got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he had heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked, because he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger, even as we speak. Poor Lalafell. Poor potato. Alright, time to go to Vesper Bay. We gotta go through the tunnel. Uh-oh. That might be Hob. Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No, stand back, Ellie. Hunger. I hunger for your brains. Damn, there's no saving the man. Hero, do what you must. Oh, I don't get to fight him. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. So it seemed we were a few moments late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. There it is again. Something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense. The sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may lead us to the final victim. I'd best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You'll do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector! Inspector! I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give my leave. But pray be wary. Not just the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, there's something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life? Oh, at Costa del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? We're all looking away. I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow. Oh ho! Consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report. Oh yeah, I just remembered one of the cool things about the next X-Pack that's going to come out, besides the fact that we'll be able to dye our armor pieces 2 separate colors. Yay. Be happy about that. I might actually be able to open up so much more glamour ideas. The other thing is there's going to be a separate facewear and headwear slot. So that means I'll be able to wear my glasses and a hat at the same time. I hope. It might just be a fashion item. I don't have any. That's where I'd keep my fashion accessories, if I had any. I'll get some soon. I'm just being stingy with my MGP. I don't want to spend it on that stuff. I want to spend it on mounts. Probably hairstyles. Maybe. We'll find out. I need a swig and drink. Fortunately, the only thing I have at hand right now is just water. Plain water. Yay, fireworks. Gonna be doing so much Moogle tombstone farming on my main next weekend. It's gonna be crazy. Gonna be running with the guild and everything. Oh no, yeah. I got a lot of stuff to farm, and it's gonna tank the market board on some spots, I believe. There's like a samurai bar, chocobo barding you can get. That's, for right now on my server, it goes for like 2 million a pop. Something tells me it's gonna be like, it's gonna get completely destroyed because you can buy it now from the Moogle event when it comes out. A fourth victim, thou have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The Arbiters of Truth? No, it can't be. Somebody help! Miss Ellie, the voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Oh, cutscene immediately. Cool. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions, but before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Haha, remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie, that said. Now she's not with you. Saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. Man wears the armor of a Sultan sworn squire, yet the face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. Oh shit. The thief of many faces, to think that we would find our man like this. Ah, I don't think so, though. Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissance, I declare this case closed. I return this sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Most the gesture was appreciated, and the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. Yeah. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? What? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. This is Giga, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of Damascene dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... My lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper is gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultan, I hereby declare Ellie the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces and enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. And now the game is truly afoot. Bah! What is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? Just as we were about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Enkidu? I do believe we'll be facing them again at some point. Oh, snakes. Miss Ellie! Miss Ellie! That shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. Ouch. She got brained. I think he literally stumbled face first onto the second mask, because good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry, yes, I dare say the phantom thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Didn't you want to hide the body? You didn't kill her. You don't want to leave her body out, because then you'll be definitely outed as the double. Beneath the mask. My ever-loyal associate, we must find Miss Ellie and quickly. Surely if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this full plan. Oh, Miss Phyllis, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men, but all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? That would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than her. Hildebrand Mender. Me. Mind you, it is not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that a position in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer of the Sultan's Sworn, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my own compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. The concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there is no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand by your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here! Uh-oh. Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to go take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us, hero. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Trust no one and your friends all the less. Leading me further away. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of damascene dust, and the next instant you feel an intimidating presence behind you. It's Godbert. Ho ho ho! If it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Hero. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt the suspicious presence from the shadows pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. He had to step back. Ho ho! So your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have to come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend, or is this but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for our utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone. Myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildebrand, his dear mother would, not be pleased. Oh yeah, this is the best part. I was wondering when she was gonna show up. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna lead to another Final Fantasy reference. The sender speaks true. The villain even now lurks within our midst. And yet, we have but a single sachet of Damascene dust at our disposal. We must identify the impostor beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Hero. Let's say you have a few words with each of them and see if aught seems amiss. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It is the only logical conclusion. Yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Briardian told me all about it. Who'd have thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. It stands to reason. Fiend would not take such a risk if you were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Curses, this was not half the fool his son is. Must elude him and quickly, time is of the essence. Question the Sultan sworn outside. To a man they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally the pieces are coming together. Now if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. Inspector Briardian, I should hope you are not doubting me. Well, I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder, Hero, they were found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supply has already been distributed to their search party, but worry not. We should be reporting back within a bell's time. Ha! Time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into a reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. Hear that there is more time than we can afford, Miss Phyllis. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from consideration. At least myself, Nashu, and Hero here. Nashu and I in particular have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. Shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if you ask me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times it is as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. I'm a Manderville. Doing what only a Manderville can. From the peaks of Curtis to Thanolin, Mandraville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. Perfect score. You may rest easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, undubitably the true Nashu. Indubitably. Never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter? It's because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes. There's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles! Wrinkles! Look who's talking, you crusty crit missile! Genius Inspector? Gotcha! The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different. The mischievous grin. Truth untold. Seven hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. Miss, who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Briardian, once again you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other, Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Ceci. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite all right? Why, you look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. What we are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sylvan aristocracy. Amused, are you? Befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains for once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those priceless relics, was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to the heights of celebrity. Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice! 400 years ago, old Don Dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the histories say that it was Silda that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Ul'dah that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is but a lie. Is built on a lie. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Ul'dah army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed sultan sword would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanolin. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. Just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. They will see soon enough when they're eating each other's brains out in the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, the band of final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Uldan vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened? By assembling 4 secret relics from Belladia. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Silda before the Uldan dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last, yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think! One day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombie powder rained down on Ulda. No, wait, you'll all be dead. Preposterous. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Ceci. Uh-oh. Hildebrand. Very compromised position there, Hildy. You idiot, just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville, I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day. I knew it! That presence watching over us from the shadows. It was you, my dear wife. Above. Or behind. One of the two. Not more compromised positions. Good thing when we die in the game we don't end up like that. Am I to understand that you are Hildebrand's mother? Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, hero. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. Now. Home run. Do you have Popatos for brain overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy has been turned into a stinking corpse if you hadn't bloody noticed. You, hero or something, was it? Yeah? You can at least tell me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I could come on a bit too strong at times. But can't you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry arse husband here, and look what that got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Uh-huh. Of course, I don't want to get a skillet brain. Ah, Steps, you left at the wrong time. You should have been here for this. Oh, they're all unconscious. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him. He's green! Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversoul rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Sid God at the market stocks the farmer, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I'll search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. Any luck, Miss Nashi is still alive. Ouch, that's smart. See gads, Hildy. You're looking none too hard at yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Hero here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Same got sundries, was it? Come now, Hero. There's work to be done. Get the sense got. We'll go this way. So the Sapphire Exchange, and then I'll go ahead and go from there. Oversoul rags, you say? I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly my own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah! And you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here. If it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum. Funny who you meet at the markets. As it happens, I just returned from my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. Thank you. Perfect timing. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildebrand and Hero here, I'd still be tag-teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Kind of reminds me of Wonder Woman a little bit. She needed a round shield, though. Like a hop-on. That'll take me for that if that wasn't a Veil of the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why, I have half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. Well, let me keep the membrane, then. Kind sentiment, my good man. We are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Hero? And with this, our task here is done. Now let us find the traitor named Guest. I don't know where Guest is at. It doesn't actually show you. Was that one of the things I had to look up? The Husting Strip. Oh, I see where he's at now. Wait. The Husting Strip. Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm an idiot. Wasn't reading the map correctly. Uh-oh, can't see anything. Okay, now I can see again. Can't see again. I can see again. It's a miracle. There's Guest. The blundering Manderville boy is on his last legs. You need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill For every purchase, the family line into the day, I'd be a happier and wealthy man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body? Business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance? Huh? Oh. Oh, they're still together. Interesting. Hero, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh, we'll see you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventurers, and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty. Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. He's about to get crashed on. Provided you first provide my good friend's hero with the bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. Ha! You know this man? Bah. If this is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gill anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? I hope you step on his toes. Guy's a douche nozzle. I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly, this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, hero, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save them. Yeah, and that way we don't get our, tails beat by the skillet maiden. Oh yeah, that's her name, Julianne. Trust the two of you wouldn't dare to come back empty-handed. Bloody brilliant. Aye, I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Now stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. Foul, you bloody bugger, guide my skillet. Aye, that should stop it spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that nap feel good. Yes, I'm sure it did. Hero, word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sylvan Ruins. Must go there with all haste. Done well by my dear boy today, don't worry. I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the Seven Hells are you standing around for? The future of Ul'dah is at stake. Get a mosey. Hero, my strength is yours as well, for Ul'dah and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband, what with you having more muscles than sense. If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the market and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. I am a warrior, not an... yes, my lady. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear is simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Hero. That said, the events of today have given me a cause to reflect. Hero and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, no, not I. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me? Even Hero could not stand against her combined might. Oh, Enkidu, wherever you may wander, hear my words, and return here to my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! Geek gads, what was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals, where have they gone? Uh-oh. Fancy meeting you here, old friend. That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so? Uh-oh. Yay! Some dispellers. Oh! Cool, I get an emote, I get clothing, and I get a pet. Pardon my cracking voice. Her last vow. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid digging around at the Sylvan excavation site with her mind set on turning Ul'dan to the land of the walking dead. Your concern for Hildy is most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy Dearest isn't going to let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. Central Thanalin, I believe, is this excavation site. Yep. We're getting a huge portion of this done. I'm happy. This is a good chunk. I could fly higher, you dolts. Look, I could go a little bit higher. This is as high as I can go now. Now I must dive. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to not dive. I managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we consider physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's spurn. One misstep and the consequences could be dire indeed. Oh, cool. I'm glad that I got recommended. Welcome, Sid. You're our only hope, Hero. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Hero. Surely if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it is you. The chat mode and say use your keyboard or the software keyboard to call out Ellie and convince your erstwhile friend and companion to listen to reason. Awesome. Let's plummet. And of course, my setup is a lot further behind the others. Actually, I'm supposed to be over here. Whoopsies. I thought she'd be at the ruins. Right here. Destination. You have to do this exactly as it shows, otherwise it doesn't count. The ring, the sword, the earrings, and the neck piece. She's got them all. Hero, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. Though it was you after all, consider me disappointed. Your sister says she is already in custody. Surrender now and I will see that no harm befalls her. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Leslie and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago we made a vow, should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. You see now, anything I might have once had to lose I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the old dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. Jesus. There's too many of them. So strong that the clothing explodes off of them. Oh, I didn't get to read what he said. That's a big hammer. That was the very first showing of a crafter or hand or land limit break, and I would like to see our characters be able to do that too. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with the Inspector Hildebrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far, and he's as good as 6 foams under. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No more splash of holy water could stave off the effects of the traitor's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Dolls balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances, Greg, was it? It's a shame to lose you, hero. Warrior of light that you are, you might have yet served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions. They're not gonna listen to you. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Bugger me with a broadsword, am I as to be believed? That pose, no, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. They are 4 gentlemen of light. Just so, my good man. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry. Inspector extraordinaire has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? Aye, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my Cerebral tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean from your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Eleazar. Corey, you're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible! The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombiebrand was at a risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. And immunity, too. I'm just going to pretend that makes any kind of sense. Briardian speaks truth. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. It's over. It's all over. Inspector Briardian, you said there was something you would tell me when all was through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found someone with whom I intend never to part. Care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your gal self a free woman, I will be there. What say you? I don't think she's ever getting out, bro. How many people has she killed? 4 plus how many Zeds that were there? Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. You say that the nation of Ul'dah was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this. I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. Ahem. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you're quite done playing cloak and dagger, I require a hero's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Why the long face, friend? Ah, but this will have you singing a happier tune. Could it be the treaty blade, and the true one at that? None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak, it will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, old friend? Thou be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? You know, for a Sultan sworn, she's very fearful. Abomination! I'll thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing. There I was, hauling a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was! By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend. Nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. Yeah, that's where we're getting at. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. It's almost like the developers are spitting hot truths. Hero, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, and Kiru and I shall await you at Amdapor Keep. "'Tis a ways from here, but what better venue for our climactic confrontation? If you would claim the treaty blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies." "2 against 1, that's not very gentlemanly of you, Greg. Come, hero, to Amdapor." This is a grave development indeed. To think that one man can summon a primal on his own. Must send word to the Scions at once. Oh, but of course. I had near forgotten we had a warrior light in our very midst. Please, hero, your only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Speak with Hildebrand at Amdapor Keep. Amdapor Keep. Where's Amdapor Keep at? Group. Oh, yeah, it is South Shroud. That's what I thought it was. I'll try to get it unlocked, and maybe if I can get an instant pop, we'll do it. If not, it'll be for next time. Of course, next time will be the Rising event, and then we'd be continuing. Is that you, hero? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's trail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I'll be concluding my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead. Together we will reclaim the treaty blade from that knave, hero. Yes, just go on ahead. I'll be along directly. Battle in the Big Keep. We'll wait until the 2 hours is up. Once the 2 hours is up, we will then conclude. Oh, yeah. Probably be a good idea for me to go pick up my, whatchamacallit? My weekly. Gotcha. And while I'm at it, let's see what we got now. Riptide. Eating apples. That is a weird laugh. They got a Fafnir pet. Wind up Estinian. Buy a bunch of ventures. Yay, I can send my guys out again. I don't think it's gonna pop. But I'll give it some time. Did I buy... I hope I bought a jumbo ticket set and that they're not expired. I know I can do these. Then we'll do these. Oh, yes! Jackpot. Nope, no jackpot there, but we'll do this one. Ah, I should have done that one. Oh well. Damn. Oh well. I have no cards to get rid of. Oh, you can't go on a quick venture? That sucks. That's annoying. At least not yet. You might be able to quick venture later. Oh, they were expired. Crap baskets. Oh well. Hey, someone's a Dark Elf fan. Yeah, we're gonna get back to the house. We're gonna go ahead and call it, because I don't think anything's gonna pop up. Give me a second. Alright, on my way. Okie dokie. Almost there. Just gotta go do 2 more teleport, or 3 more teleports. Almost there. Oh, Lefty, I forgot about you again. My trusty bird. Alright, everyone, I'm sorry we didn't get to end the story beat. We got so close. But we will do that next time. Until then, thank you all for watching. This has been part 47 of my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV. Those of y'all in the future, if you are watching this, go ahead, give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later.